Hello, everyone. This is Richard McCabe, photography curator at the Ogden Museum. I'm excited to be here with Trenity Thomas, one of the artists in the Oh What a Night silent auction. And Trenity is also an artist in the Louisiana Contemporary exhibition at the Ogden. And today we're going to talk a little bit about Trinity's artwork, his practice, his relationship with the Ogden Museum. And hey, Trenity, how you doing?
Hey, I'm good. How are you?
Good, good. Hey, I'm going to read a little bit of your bio real quick. Trenity Thomas is a self-taught photographer who has experimented with painting and sketching since grade school. As a photographer, he has worked in a myriad of genres, including fashion, lifestyle, editorial, conceptual, sports, portraiture, and nightlife photography. Trenity has been in several exhibitions, including the Jonathan Ferrara Gallery's 24th annual No Dead Artists exhibition and this year's 2020 Louisiana Contemporary exhibition that was juried by, Renee Morales, the the director of curatorial affairs and chief curator at the Perez Art Museum in Miami. So congratulations,
Thank you.
Renee, with all your success with your art. Now you're a young emerging artist and you grew up in New Orleans.
Yeah.
So I wanted to ask you about um, being from New Orleans and how the city influences your artwork.
Um, it's a very big influence. The creative scene in New Orleans is really starting to like grow, and I'm really happy just to be a part of that, and just to see like what the city can bring and the culture. It can really like inspire you to like just do something your own, really.
Great, great. And this is if anybody's wants to bid online for the Oh What a Night auction, you can go to ogdenmuseum.org/Oh What a Night. And the artwork is also on view to the public. So if you come to the Ogden, the work is set up in our Patrick Taylor Library, and you can go in there and view the work in person. And this is the piece that uh, Trenity has in the auction. It's called Second Line Sunday. It's a beautiful black and white image shot here in New Orleans, obviously. Second Line. I guess it was on a Sunday when you made this picture,
Yeah.
Trenity. So, do you want to talk about your maybe you being from New Orleans? We have such a unique culture here, and just your practice is so diverse. If you go to Trinity's website, you'll see his work. He works in fashion a lot. He's photographed sports, editorial work, but this is your street photography. And I just wondering like how you approach the different ways that you photograph, like the difference between photographing a model who might be one of your friends versus going out on the street and making these pictures.
Street photography, you it's really no rules. You capture what you see. For the second line, you really gotta be at a fast pace because everybody's just moving. There's like no stopping. So you just like snap and go. See something that may look interesting, snap and go.
So do you walk along with, do you follow the second line and just, or do you anticipate shots that are coming up? And
Yeah,
so it's a very different style of photography, obviously, because it's, you're shooting from the hip, moving around. But I just love the way you captured the energy of this picture here. It's backlit, it's got a great atmosphere to it. And then here's another image from that series, Second Line Sunday, called Forward. And I love this one too, the way that the people are moving across the screen. And once
yeah,
again, it's kind of backlit. And you want to comment on this image?
yeah. It really shows New Orleans in its image from the instruments, the cups in the hand, the daiquiris.
Would
It's
you
pretty, yeah,
I
go ahead.
mean, being from New Orleans, I mean, you got such a unique, I mean, you probably don't know because you don't ever, do you ever travel to other cities? New Orleans is so unique. So it's not like any other place. So to capture this and being from here is just so interesting
Mhm.
that you grew up in this environment. And I read on one of your uh, writings about you that you were very influenced by your mother was an artist. Was that
Yeah,
true? Or
yeah, my mom's an artist. She put me in talented art program when I was like in second grade, and I really touched on a lot with painting and sketching and stuff like that.
so you started out drawing and painting, and then you came to photography.
Yeah, she gave me a camera for my birthday. I think it was 2015, and I put it down since. I
That's
love photography now.
that's great.
Yeah.
So being self-taught, um, you just looked at the manual and kind of figured it out on your own, or you got a group
Yeah,
of people you kind of hit ideas off, or
yeah. YouTube is your best friend. I
okay.
feel that. Yeah, but just playing around with the camera a lot and asking people for help won't hurt.
Well, that's great. We're going to move on to, well, here, first of all, I want to talk about if you want to see more of Trinity's work, his website is 504degrees.com. And it's really impressive, the body of work that you have on there. And your Instagram handle is at 504 degrees. Follow Trinity. His work is really wonderful, and you get to see his work. If you go to his website, it's just so many different series on there. It shows the range of work that you're doing, and also has a nice selection of your drawings and paintings, which I really enjoyed looking at.
Thank you.
Now we're going to move on. Now this is the work that's in Louisiana Contemporary this year that Trinity is included in the exhibition. And this image is called Teenage Summer, and it's from his Teenage Summer series. Now this work is very different from your second line work. I mean, I'm just guessing, looking at the work, and it's obviously more of a collaboration. Is that correct? With friends, and you guys get together and photograph. If you want to talk about this work a little bit, maybe the modus operandi of your approach to this body of work.
I wanted to do a shoot with my niece little swimming pool. You'll see it in the next slide.
Okay.
Um, and my friend, the guy basketball, his grandpa had this van, and he was like, "Let's do a photo shoot in his van." And and they weren't ready. The only person that was ready is the girl, my friend Raina in the middle. The people in the back, they was just like playing around, and I was just capturing as I go because I like the moment. I like what was going on, and I guess this photo just became iconic. Everybody loves it.
No, it's great. I think it's the signature image for Louisiana Contemporary this year that they've been using on the website. So congratulations. That's great. You got in. And that reminds me, I want to talk about your relationship with the Ogden Museum, because you came to the Ogden in 2016 as a teen docent.
Yeah.
And it's so great that you came through that program, which is through our education department. And then you have really blossomed as a photographer and an artist. So you want to talk a little bit about your experience with the Teen Docent program?
Um, Working as a teen docent was a big influence. Working with the staff, the other teen docents, and the docent curators, it was it was very helpful in getting to like touch on different ideas and meeting people throughout the city. It really opened my mind up a lot.
That's great. That's great. Well, I'm so glad that you were, it's such a great program. And I'm so glad you came through that. And now you actually work at the Ogden, you're a
Yeah.
gallery assistant. So you spend all the days in in the gallery, which has got to be great influence too for you and great experience as being an artist. Do you want to talk about that a little bit, about being a gallery assistant and having up close access to all the artwork in the museum?
Being surrounded by art all day is like wrong with that. Like, there's so much inspiration every turn that you make. Even the building itself, the architecture is beautiful.
That's great. Is there any particular piece you're really, what's your favorite piece in the collection? I have to ask you.
I forgot the title. I think it's on the third floor. It's the man and the woman in the sun. There's like a truck with the
Oh
reindeer.
yeah, that's Bo Bartlett,
Yeah,
Early Life, I believe
yeah,
it's called. Yeah, that's great. That's great.
yeah.
Well,
I love that painting.
oh, that's awesome. Yeah. And is there any photography you particularly like? Anybody? I guess who your influence? Who are your photography influences?
Um, I really don't have any. I do have a cinematographer that I really like. His name is Roger Deakins.
Okay.
He worked on 1917, No Country for Old Men, and Prisoners. He's a
Uh,
award-winning cinematographer.
okay. Well, that's interesting. Um, a lot of photographers, you ask them that question, they kind of have the same answer. They're like, I don't really look at other photographers. I'm
Yeah,
more, it's more either cinematography or literature. Usually, is a lot of people answer like writers. So that's very interesting. Well, you have a very cinematic look to this work. There's a narrative going on in your work that and you talked about the Bo Bartlett painting, which is narrative painting. There's a story being told within the painting. So there's a great story that you tell in your work and the series. So if people go to your website, they can see all the different images from the Teenage Summer series, and there's a nice, playful feeling about the work. There's a narrative going on that I see through a lot of your work. So you're definitely very. I can definitely see the cinematic influence in your work, and the
thank
lighting is beautiful too, which is so important. So, but this has got such a great feel to it, really playful photographs, and you can tell, that you have a relationship with these people, and you feel really comfortable photographing them.
yeah, they're good friends.
And then you have a lot of fashion work too. That's really interesting. Bunch of different series there. And do you get clients? Do you have a people that commercial work? Do people approach you and you get jobs? Is that uh, what's happening on the website or clients?
Yeah, some are clients and some are my projects that I come up with myself.
Well, they're very diverse and really interesting, and a lot of great makeup, and the models are wonderful, and they're just all over the place of what you're doing. So it's really great that you've only been photographing for what 5 years, and the work is wonderful. So I have to ask you, being a self-taught photographer, are you interested in going to school, or maybe pursuing going to art school, or later on and pursuing a career?
If I get the chance, I would like to go to school. Yeah, I do want to own my own gallery and studio one
Uh-huh.
day. Yeah.
Are you interested? Are you plan on staying in New Orleans, or do you plan on um, going somewhere else?
As of right now, yeah, but I'm just going with the flow, going wherever life takes me.
Yeah, well, you're so young, and what you have now with your portfolio. Your body of work is so strong, and I think you'd have an easy chance getting into a college and possibly a scholarship, which you know, I think you're there with your work, and I think the sky's the limit. So I'm so glad that you're here at the Ogden, and the Ogden's been a great influence on you, and we really appreciate your generosity donating this piece for the Oh What a Night auction. Once again, which is the second line Sunday. It's a beautiful piece by Trenity Thomas, black and white image. It's about 11 by 14, I believe. And
Yeah.
before we came on, I looked at the bids on it, and I think it's up to $120 for this piece. So please, if you're out there, bid often and bid high. This is a great chance to own a wonderful piece by an emerging artist whose work is only going to get more valuable as it goes along. And once again, if you want to bid on this piece, it's at ogdenmuseum.org/ Oh What a Night. And Trenity, I think that brings us to the end, and I really
Cool.
appreciate your time and speaking to us today. And it's great to learn about your work, and I encourage anybody who watched this Zoom conversation, curated conversation, to go to Trinity's website and check out his work. And if you want to see it in person, please come by the museum. You can see Second Line Sunday that's installed here through October 18th, Sunday, October 18th. You can bid on it. I believe it's 5 p.m. and you can see the work here at the museum, and also come and view the Louisiana Contemporary exhibition. You can see Trinity's work in Louisiana Contemporary. And once again, thanks so much, Trinity, and for everything you've done for the Ogden. It's so great, your relationship with the museum, and it's so great to see you, your trajectory going from starting out here as a teen docent into working at the Ogden and now exhibiting at the Ogden. It's really a wonderful thing to see, and I appreciate your time.
Thank you.
All right, thanks, Trinity. All right, thank you, everybody.